Okay, so let's take a look at how you can create a new bucket in Couchbase, as well as how you can add data into Couchbase bucket, right? So what we're gonna do is I have installed Couchbase, but to show you how it works, I will take you to this downloads page, and here you will have to click on server. Then here scroll to community edition. Make sure to select this version and your operating system version. Then download and run the installer. Make sure to run the installer through admin account as it requires in order for do the installation. Once you finish the Windows installation, you'll find icon on desktop that would take you to Couchbase server setup, and basically you just have to set up your username and password, right, along with default cluster settings, right? So I set up my username and password, and here you see I logged into dashboard. I have like 3 sample buckets that I have installed from buckets tab, right? Once you set these up, you will be able to view the documents of the sample database. Right now the thing is I want to create my own bucket, right, and then import the data into that, right? So to do that I will simply use buckets, and at the top you can see add bucket button. Now here let's say if I have some customer or product like data, so I will use name shop data, then bucket type Couchbase, right, and then advanced settings we will keep everything to default. Now the bucket type is set to Couchbase by default. You can also set to memcached and ephemeral, right? So unless you are a DevOps person, you won't be selecting these two. Stick with the Couchbase, stay with the default for memory quota and rest of the settings. Now click add bucket. Now it will take some time, right, and after that it will create your bucket here, right? Here you can click on documents, and currently you see literally no document here, right? So in order to create the document you have option add document. Now here you can add the ID, right, and you can here you can see with JSON, right? So if you have something to add here, you can input some of the items, like let's say name, and see if I add name as let's say, right, and then at the end I will add one more comma. Let's say if I want to add salary, right, I will add something like this. Then let's see if I want to add department, right, and then I will add something like developer, right? And after this I don't have any new field to add, so I will just use this and not try to add comma to this, right? Here you see click, and with JSON you can remove this if you don't want. Just keep the document as is. ID currently we are not naming anything, so it will take the system one if it wants, or you can simply use underscore and let's say 1 2 3 4, right? If I save this, let's see what happens. It will try and see. Okay, so we have like one ID and if I click on it, it should show me something like this. If I will copy this just to create another documents like this, we can create 2-3 documents to show you how it works. You can see the metadata here. It will try and add revision ID, expiration flags, and type JSON on its own, right? Move to data and you will see your data like this, right? So we'll save this, click on add new document. I will literally just paste the previous and add something like this, right? And I will try and use _1235. Okay, there are errors because multiple brackets are added, right? So we have like one more document here, 3435, right? Now let's add one more like this. I will try and add 3 or 4 just to be on safe side. Select everything and we'll try and change few items, and let's see, I will change the department of people. So 1 2 3 6 as another document. I'm just giving it a ID in a sequential manner, and once that is added, we will be able to easily check through these IDs, right? So this is what I'm doing just in case if I want to iterate through the documents properly, right? So next thing, if we click on retrieve documents, you will find our 3 documents. Let's add one more just for the namesake, and let's add some random amount here, right? So there we go. Okay, and underscore 1237, right? And click on save. So like this, we have like 4 documents here that I created through our Couchbase dashboard interface, right? We created bucket. Bucket contains your data, and this is the data that I added, right? And here you will also find few things like option to edit, right? Then option to copy of this document, so we can clone this, and finally we can delete also the document that we don't want. So we'll test one of the document out. So we will try and use 1233 document that I will try and create and remove as well. Let's give it a name demo, some higher amount, and CEO, right? And if I save this, it will refresh our documents page, and notice that if I click on, let's say, edit document, it should show us the previous option of editing the document, right? Now if I choose to delete the document, I can click on this particular button and it will warn me that this will delete the document. So I will still go on and click continue, and that document is now removed. You can see nothing appears now, right? You can also clone the document. Let's say 1237, I want to clone this, and instead of copy I will just add 8th number, and let's change few things, right? And let's see, we add some different details, save this, and there we go. We have like 5 documents now, right? So this was kind of a process where we created a bucket, we added documents, right? Then we edited the documents, we deleted it, we updated it, we also cloned it, right? Now there is one more thing which I have not shown you, which is importing, right? So let's assume that you have some data in CSV format, or if you have some data in JSON format and you want to use that to add some data into your existing bucket for those documents. So what you can do, choose pass file as CSV and choose the JSON content, TSV content or CSV content, right? So that should give you an idea of what to include in your documents, right? So once you use that approach, you can get the file contents into your documents, and if you check within Workbench, then it will be available here. So that approach comes in handy when you are migrating some SQL data or CSV data from other databases to Couchbase, right? And in that approach, you would be able to save on the time to manually insert the data, like copy and paste and so import document is one of such options, right? And here, when you are doing the upload, you can even choose where to upload it, and if you have any specific let's say document ID or so, you can also choose that while uploading. So when you say import with document ID, you can use that particular value within the field and insert that as a part of your document ID. So to find out, in your case, document ID should be something like this, right? And if you check the metadata, you will also find this is something you created manually. Now, if you are using this from the developer side, you can generate the document IDs, right? And so that you can easily navigate through them for your editing and other purpose. Also, you will be able to access them a lot easily if you happen to control them with that document ID field. So we managed to pretty much cover some of the CRUD part where we created the document, managed to read it, update it, delete it, clone it, right? So we created buckets and documents, right? So if you happen to try this one out, you can basically install the Couchbase and then get into the dashboard, create your own bucket and create the documents. Okay, you will find it a bit hard to find the add document part, but just look at the extreme right top and you have add document option, right? Similarly, if you want to delete, simply select one of the document from Workbench side, click on this bean page, or sorry, bean icon. That should delete the document. So you get the idea how to work with buckets documents in Couchbase.